What's up, y'all? It's your boy Fondue.
And your girl just Shai.
And we're live on the Free Game Podcast. Nothing but the bare truth. You know how we rockin'. Today's topic, and it's an interesting topic, who should pay for the first date? We're going to have an interesting back and forth discussion about all that. Before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and even give your comments and thoughts throughout the video. Let us know how you feel about that. Now let's get into it. Now, with your dating experience, my dating experience, as far as the first date goes, who do you think should be paying for the first date? Because I know that it just as a rule of thumb for me, I anticipate paying for the first date. But I've heard some rebuttals.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, it's more of I at least like to offer. Now, will I insist? If I'm insisting, then 9 times out of 10 I don't like you like that. And I don't want to feel obligated to try to keep talking to you because I let you pay for me. Mm-hmm. But, so if I let you, if I just offer and just be like, are you sure? But still let you pay, then I like you and we're probably going to keep talking and we're probably going to go out again.
Okay.
So that just sort of depends.
Okay. But you're saying if you let the man, if you end up having an agreement where you're splitting the bill, you're not going to be interested into him?
That depends on previous discussions.
Okay.
Like, what's the situation behind it? What's the agreement behind it? For the most part, I don't think I've ever actually went 50-50 with a date. Like, I don't think I've ever been like, you pay yours, I pay mine type shit. Honestly, even going out with friends, like, I've never done that. Like, it's either I pay all or you pay all and I got you next round. Like,
type shit.
That's just how I am.
That makes sense. Cause like for me, I don't even anticipate, like if I ask a woman out, mm-hmm. I feel like I'm selling her on the experience of being with me. Mm-hmm. And I think that not paying for that first date, it gives off a lot of red flags for women. Like a lot of red flags.
It kinda do. Unless y'all had a previous discussion. And like if I already got to know you and I really like your personality, but I know right now, I don't know, you fucking going through a divorce and your wife got all your fucking money or some type of crazy shit like that, then I would be frustrated maybe. But at the same time, if I really am into you and we already taken the time to get to know each other and we already passed that kind of thing in at least the talking stages, and we are finally on our first date kind of thing, then yeah, probably would just be like, look, I want to go out with you and I'm sick of waiting for you to take the first date, so let's just go out. I want to get to know you in person kind of thing, and then I might pay for that first date. And I'd be cool with it because I initiated it. I really liked you enough to do that. But it's all circumstance and it's all how much you've been talking and what the situation is and what y'all discussed beforehand. At least for me. For me, it's all about discussion.
Okay. Because a rebuttal I heard, it never worked for me, but a rebuttal I heard is that if you ask her to pay her half and you pay half on some separate stuff, what that does is that the woman doesn't feel obligated to mess with you or sleep with you or stay if she pays her half and you pay your half. But at least for me, even the few times I've tried that, I never actually got a date out of that. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of red flags that at least I feel like I'm giving off. Like, one, am I even financially stable to take you out in the first place?
Yeah.
And two, it's like you come off as cheap too. And
kinda.
Women think too much, so you don't even want to put that thought of you can't take care of stuff in the atmosphere, because then they're thinking too much and they're not focusing on the type of guy you might be.
Alright. So that's when we gotta rewind a little bit, because that whole women think too much, it is true, but dudes do it too.
We do.
Especially if it's that first date.
I'm not saying it's not valid.
But this is where, I don't know, this is where you kind of have to be mature. Like, if I am overthinking it, eventually, me overthinking, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be like, okay, Shai, shut the fuck up.
I feel you.
And just ask. That's when that communication piece comes in, and that's when you gotta talk to your date and like know what's their situation. Why are they asking this question right now? Get to know them. Maybe they have a reason for asking that question. If it is because they broke, then yeah, that might be a little setback for you. Unfortunately, most women don't want to date a broke motherfucker. But in all honesty, if you're not financially stable, you probably shouldn't be dating.
Shouldn't be dating. And that's a whole nother thing.
That's a different discussion. But
what brings to like my next thing is like, how much do you think a person should have to go on a date?
How much?
Yes.
See, that's another thing. Who are you dating?
Very fair.
Get to know, talk to. If this is some bougie bitch that want to be flown out to fucking Paris on her first date, damn daddy, you better have a couple racks. But if it's somebody who's like, on the other hand, if it's somebody who's like cool with just fucking going to go take walks in the park or going for a hike, you ain't gotta have a fucking dime. Maybe $10 to go get some ice cream after. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it depends on who you are talking to.
Definitely.
Like, what is your taste in that person, or what's their taste? Because that's another thing. You gotta know what they like.
Which
like,
comes in the recon, comes in the surveillance and getting to know the person. I'd say, fellas, you know, just as a general rule of thumb, that I like to have, and it might sound pricey, but hear me out. I say have about $200-300 before you even start hitting the market for a weekend. Because if things are going good, you don't want to ever have to tell her no, because in your head you know your budget. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you might have like dinner, and we go out for a movie or whatever, or maybe we go to like an amusement park or something extra. That stuff can ask. Or if we go out to dinner and she orders the most expensive thing on the menu.
That's fair too.
You know, okay, and then what if she wants to see you the next day? What if she likes to drink and you go and get alcohol out the ball? You know what I'm saying? You never want to be, in my opinion, I never want to be in a predicament where I can have to tell you no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not necessarily I'm impressing you to not live up to like my standards. But I want to make sure I'm showing you a good time. So whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? Now, as long as it's like, low, I want to fly to the moon or no, fly to Paris or some stuff. Usually, okay, it's reasonable because I'll be like, I want to have fun too. You want to have a good dinner? I might want a good dinner.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You want to hit some go-karts or do some extra cool stuff? Cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why, you know, it sounds big, but it's not, because you can easily blow that in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what their taste, even if they're not that bougie, let's say they're more adventurous or whatever, you might end up spending some more stuff that has nothing to do with y'all.
That's fair. That's why I'm glad I'm not a man and I gotta pay for shit very often.
Women privilege. Very fair.
But being the type of woman that I've grown into because of how I was raised, like I said, I will at least offer, because I may not know your situation and I might not honestly want to talk to you in the future after that date. So to make me not feel bad, make me feel a little less guilty about wasting both of our time, I'm gonna try to pay for the first date. That's just me. So and I'm letting all my secrets out there.
Okay.
Nigga I go on a date with.
You better watch. Remember, if you're trying to shoot your shot with a woman, research.
I guess.
Research. It will pay you dividends. Now, granted, if you meet a person spot on, you don't really get the time to, you know what I mean? But like, let's say if you're dating on a dating app, you can easily put in a search. You know what I'm saying? And find out the person, if they got kids, find out all that stuff. I'm not saying stalk nobody, but I'm just saying do your research.
Make sure you have a friend that do good research. Started talking to a dude and this nigga found out that he had kids.
Literally.
Help me dodge that bullet.
I get on my
fast.
wave for Kim Possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So always do your research though, because it'll eliminate eliminate questions, and you'll be able to kind of talk some things out. And if you have build a relationship with the person, you should be able to ask.
Yeah.
Find out as much as you can before you even offer to do something. That way you know that if they at least have a genuine interest, you're less likely to have a bad time.
But then, that's kind of like questionable, because how I am is, if I'm just now getting to start talking to you, and it's through like messaging or whatever, I'm not gonna necessarily want to just keep talking over messaging for a long ass period of time.
Very true.
If I like you, we have a decent conversation in all honesty, I'm a rusher. A day or two. I'm gonna want to plan for us to hang out this upcoming weekend or something, because I want to get to meet you in person. Because I feel like through messaging, you can meet a totally different person in person.
Very true. And this is for situational dating. If you meet the person in person, or they're in your city or in the vicinity. Yes. Yeah. Just a rule of thumb, fellas. And even, women, y'all can be kind of aggressive if y'all want to, but I know that might be a thing. But I'm going to just speak for the men.
I kind of am.
I feel you.
Because I'm impatient.
If you're going to inbox a woman, date with intentions. Be very clear. Have time set out to be like, okay, this is if she's available, cool. We're going to do something. We'll figure out what we're going to do after she agrees to kick it. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to do something in this time. You're going to get a lot better results than trying to, hey, what you doing?
Yeah. To be honest, I would probably prefer the, hey, you free this weekend?
Literally. Literally. And if she interested in you, she'll make some time. If not,
there you go. Like, I don't really want the back and forth conversation, but that's just me. Please don't take what I'm saying and try to apply it to the next woman. Like, that definitely ain't the case. I'm not trying to be like one of them bitches that's like, oh, I'm unique. No, I got my basic bitch moments. I like Target too. Okay, so.
For sure though. But real talk, like, I think that, that's a problem with dating. People just don't know how to be clear on their intentions. And we're pussyfooting and playing this shuffle, and then nobody's happy.
No, I got about 47 motherfuckers that ain't happy.
I was just wondering.
But that's a discussion for another day.
But for real though, I think that men, need to be more clear, you know what I'm saying, kind of with like when they're dating with intentions. And just in general, I think men should be able to expect to pay. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be and if you're not in a financial predicament to date, you probably should get into you know what I'm saying? Now, granted, if you meet someone that you're interested at a particular event or moment or whatever, feel free to talk to them.
Yeah.
But if you're like actively trying to pursue for someone, you should probably have some good amount of change stashed up.
That would be helpful, but it's not always a deal breaker. Because if she's an understanding person, which you would learn that through having discussions with her, conversations, getting to know her. If she's a naturally understanding person, she's not gonna care that you're in a struggling spot now, as long as you are the type of person that's going to have a plan and you're actually sticking to your plan.
Plan, keyword, plan.
Yeah.
Plan.
If you just broke and you couch surfing and you ain't got no fucking goals, nah, bro, you shouldn't be in the dating scene.
Plan.
Yeah.
Plan, that is key word.
One of my fucking cousins was like, hey, this bitch got her food stamps. I was like, really, motherfucker?
He had a plan.
That's what the fuck you excited about? This bitch's food stamps?
Hey, like you said, know your bitch.
I guess.
Because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You won't even need $200-300 for that. She's probably gonna let you hit with less.
She obviously
probably gonna give you stuff. You gonna get to eat the baby fruit snacks and all that. You gonna be having all the pudding pops. But for real, like, and so also, fellas, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of free game. If you don't got the money, it's okay. You don't need $200-300 all the time. If you ever in between checks, but you still want to make sure you're trying to stay active and keep the woman's attention, cheap dates, my nigga, cheap dates.
Picnics.
I ain't about to do no picnic. They're cute, but I'm not about to make no heifer no sandwich. But what I will say, you know, walks in the park, ice creams, you know what I'm saying, little snacks, and make it thoughtful. The illusion of thoughtful.
I'm gonna see if your girl gonna make you make her sandwich.
Well, when she sees this, I don't have to worry about it because she's a pescatarian.
I'm telling.
She got diet restrictions. I love you, baby. So no, like, but the picnics are thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? Women like thoughtful and they like effort. So at least if you sound like you're putting in effort, you could finesse a cheap date into something good. Even a movie doesn't really cost that much.
No, $17 is
All right. So this is our next segment into the video. Quick pause, make sure we're recording. Okay, we are. And go. So, segment into our next discussion. If the date's not going well, how should a person exit? What's the proper exit?
Depending on the situation is when you give them honesty, but definitely honesty. Honesty is key. I am not a fan. I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Probably a lot of women. I don't care. I do not like the idea of somebody ditching out in the middle of a date. Like, you done already made plans, you done already had this person set out this X amount of time to give to you, and you just be like, hey, I'll be right back. And then just up and leave while they sitting there waiting on your ass? Like, that's rude as hell. Like,
rude as hell.
Don't waste nobody's fucking time like that, because time is money, okay? Like, I don't care.
So with that being said, we are going to leave this link in the description box below, right over here. We have this video that we came across, this cheap ass man, and I will say this motherfucker is cheap. This is king cheap. This is the pinnacle of cheap. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no mountain high enough cheap. Petty as hell too. King petty. I ain't ever seen a nigga like this. Or a white man. Sorry. We can't give that term.
Freely.
Because I don't even see niggas would do this. This is the pettiest thing because niggas don't like court. But this man.
No.
this man, he got ghosted on a date. And the
mid-date.
Yeah. And the woman.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's just play the clip. Let's just play the clip.
She childish.
Let's just play the clip.
This dude is suing this woman for texting during their first date. No joke.
She was behaving as though this behavior was perfectly normal. So much so that I actually thought to myself, who does this?
Brandon Vesmar met Crystal Cruz on Bumble, the online dating site. He took her to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Saturday night at this movie theater in Austin, Texas. Brandon paid $17.31 for each ticket. The date was going just fine until...
About 15 minutes into the movie, the phone comes out. It's text, 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 read, 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 text, text, text. I mean, it was nonstop.
My best friend texted me to make sure I was okay on my date. It was about a total of 3 texts.
Do you think your texting was obnoxious?
No, not at all.
But Brandon says he really got fed up.
I said, maybe you can take it outside. Like, you know, I've seen people get kicked out of movies for things like this. Next thing I know, she says, I'll be right back, stands up, leans in, I'll be right back. Never saw her again.
Now, most guys would be like, whatever, not a good match, move on. But not Brandon. The next day, he sent Crystal a text demanding his $17.31 back.
Your behavior Saturday was not only rude, but it cost me money. I want you to compensate me for the $17 movie ticket. Will you do this, or do I have to pursue the money in small claims court?
I text him back, this is insane. I am not paying you back for the date. I laughed it off because I didn't believe that it would come to this.
But he meant it. Here's the paperwork Brandon just filed in small claims court demanding $17.31. He even claims Crystal's texting habit is a threat to civilized society. We thought we could help mediate, so our Megan Alexander brought Brandon and Crystal back to the movie theater where the date went south.
Crystal has something she wants to say to you.
What do you want to say, Crystal?
The date just didn't work out, and I will love to give you your $17.31 if you can just leave this alone.
I do accept the apology.
Here's your $17.
And the $17.31. Let's count it, right, just to make sure it's all here. 10, 15, 16, 17, 31 cents. I appreciate this.
It's settled?
It's settled, man. Time to withdraw this court case. Absolutely. It's settled.
Don't bet on a second date for these two.
So do you think he was petty for feeling some type of way, or in the wrong for feeling some type of way if people are texting during the movie?
Texting during the movie? Yes. I don't like that shit either. I don't like people talking during the movie. I don't like any distractions because I get engulfed in the story. Like, I want to watch my movie. Let me focus.
Okay.
Like, so, no. She wrong for that.
Okay. I agree, you know what I'm saying, for a bit, you know what I'm saying? But again, this is a petty date.
Obviously. This is a petty date.
And $17.31. My DoorDash order.
On that.
He did put the change.
He put the change on that. I paid $17.31 for this heifer's ticket, and she didn't even finish the movie.
She didn't. Maybe she didn't even like Marvel. You should have asked. This is on you, bro.
Kinda. What I say earlier? Get to know her.
And here's Bumble. Whatever. Continue.
Still, if she wasn't interested, she should fucking said, no, I don't want to see this movie.
Maybe she saw dude, you know what I'm saying, and didn't see the yacht and the Bugatti that was in his profile picture.
See, I would have probably went in and been like, hey, I gotta go. Or even sent you a message.
Right.
Hey, like, I gotta leave right now. I don't want to come back in and disturb everybody. Something. But she just dipped. So she probably wouldn't have responded to him. If he did even try to start off being nice, she probably wouldn't have said shit.
Very true. And I get it. He probably did like her, so he probably got his feelings hurt.
Not enough. Never.
King Petty. He said, let me count that. This snicey heifer. I even like how she tried to give him the money and didn't even really want to hear what he had to say.
Cause she knows she wrong too. That heifer knows she wrong. All this could have been avoided by just saying, look, I'm not that interested.
Or even sitting in the movie or whatever. Either way, just not how she handled it.
A whole different outcome probably would have happened if she had sat through the whole fucking movie and he didn't waste his money, like, on her. Like, a whole nother empty seat. I paid for a whole nother empty seat. Like, that's rude. I would be irritated too. So, at the end of the movie, when he was taking her home or whatever else, and then she came up to him and was like, look, I don't think I want to go on another date. I don't think I want to talk to you no more. I'm not that interested. Okay. So,
I'm glad you bring that up, because this is like my final point before we wrap this up. And women, I guess women don't really take men out on dates, but we like it. You know what I mean? But as far as getting to know it, just always anticipate, fellas, you're going to put in the first footwork for the first couple dates. Once y'all actually get a title, I feel like it becomes like a 50-50. Like 51-49, 60-40 type split, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
You want to wear the pants, you got to pay the bills to pay the pants. You want to be daddy, you got to have daddy, traits. But with all that being said, fellas, regardless of the date or whatever, remember that just be prepared that if things don't go your way, just take that L.
Yeah.
Don't harass the woman. Don't get in your feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't become no stalker. Don't do none of that. Cause that's not cool. That's not cute, and that's gonna be a really bad look on you. Women either.
If by the end of the day he like, look, I'm gonna pay for this, but I don't think this is gonna work out. Good luck to you, love, or whatever the fuck. Like, move on, sweetie. Move on.
It is what it is.
Don't start being crazy and stalking him. And, yeah. Don't be ugly. Don't be ugly.
No. There's a lot more fish in the sea, people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I do feel like people are scared to date for that same reason. Like, what if it does go bad?
That's okay. That's literally like in anything in life. When you meet somebody on the corner and you wave to them, okay, if they don't wave back, you don't fucking be like,
they didn't wave.
No, it's like, alright, shit. And keep it moving. Like, it's cool.
Keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying?
It's the same concept. It's the exact same concept. Everybody getting their feelings too much.
They do.
It's okay.
That's okay. Well, thank you for this TED Talk. Now again, this has been the Free Game Podcast. I hope you guys learned something enlightening for this, you know what I'm saying, and get a male and female perspective on, first date scenarios and situations. Make sure that you keep your hygiene clean. Put a little money in your pocket, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you're giving the person attention because, as you can see here, the dude obviously wanted some attention, which is fair. We're on a date.
Then why did you choose a movie? But that never mind.
Very true. Very true.
That's when you literally sit in the dark and don't talk to each other.
But see, I'm different. Who's about to end the video? But I'm different because I like to talk through the movie. I want you to talk to me.
Then don't take me to a fucking movie. Then you go back to one of y'all places. Go back to one, like either your place or his place or whatever. Then y'all can sit there and talk all y'all fucking want to.
Movies aside, I hope you guys learned something interesting from this little back and forth. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Comment below. Tell us about some of your first date experiences.
Yeah, what's some of y'all weird experiences? Hopefully it ain't nothing too bad. If it's rated R, don't tell us.
Yeah.
Keep it PG.
13.
13.
And have you ever had a cheap date?
Yeah, let us know.
Please do, because I've had some odd first date experiences.
Honestly, I haven't had very many first dates.
But you have offers.
I do have offers.
I guess I'm the guru on that, but
Yes. I took Sensei Fondue's fucking advice.
Namaste.
That's another video.
Namaste, my nigga. But the fuck? Got this old Resident Evil ass intro, like what the fuck?
Oh.
But yes, make sure you hit that like button, that comment button. It's your boy Fondue.
It's your girl, Just Shy.
We're here on the Free Game Podcast, and we're out.